This September, bad blood will be settled.
This is more than personal.
The long-awaited trilogy.
There's real bad blood here.
Canelo versus Triple G. September 17th, live on DAZN pay-per-view. Visit DAZN.com.
This is Matt for Into Boxing. I'm delighted to be joined in person instead of over Zoom by the one and only Kieron Conway. Feel like we've spoken quite a bit and never in person. Look, you're here in Vegas. We sort of caught up on the first day we were in. You said you've been here a few days now, sort of acclimatised to it all, the weather, the jet lag. You look in good shape. How are you feeling mentally and physically?
I feel really good. Mentally, physically, I feel absolutely sound. I feel as good as I ever have, if not better. And I think things are going my way. I really do. Things are coming. Good things are coming, and I feel this one. I really do feel this one.
Last time we spoke, you were telling me you were nursing a bit of an injury as well, and you felt like it was holding you back, but you needed to get it done and you needed to get right so that this part of your career is on. How is everything? I know you're not going to go, if you are, oh yeah, I'm a bit sore, but feeling good, niggles and all that obviously come with camp, but in terms of anything major, everything put to bed, in good nick?
Everything's perfect. I'm ready to go. Yeah.
Right, talk to me about Ammo Williams. He's sort of outspoken at the start of his career. I think he's dealt with some mental health issues and things like that. He's tipped to go a long way in the sport of boxing. Now, not many people, I would have said, would be like having you if they think, you know, it's going to be a walk of a fight. You're here to upset the apple cart, and I'm sure you'll believe in, with all your ability, that you can beat Ammo Williams. What does he bring to the table that you've got to be wary of going in there?
Yeah, firstly, yeah, he will go far in this sport, but I'm here to just step that back a little bit because this is my time to put me where I want to be in the sport, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm putting my career on top here. It's going to be good for me. But yeah, Ammo brings threat. He brings threats in his explosiveness, his athleticness, but I'm a very, very good underrated fighter, very good boxer. And if that pressure comes, it's going to bring out such different levels.
Do you think, in terms of the fights you've had, the stages you've been on before, we've mentioned you've been on this big stage before, do you think with level of opponents you've had that you'll have that edge over him in terms of things you've experienced, and that will give you that little bit of an advantage going into the fight?
I definitely do think I'm going to have the advantage because of the experiences. They are valuable, inevitable experiences that you need to have. You have to have those experiences in the little pro fight gloves. It's not like the amateurs. You might have had a few hard fights in the amateurs or in sparring. Totally different. And until you've been there and done that, you don't know that. And I've had the hard wars. I've had all the sorts of experiences that I've needed to have, whereas he hasn't.
Now, a win over Ammo Williams will do wonders for your career. We've just mentioned, obviously, how highly he's thought of, but you highly thought of yourself, and you, like I said, you have had the big stage. In your mind, what does a win do for you? Where does that put you? That will put everybody on notice in a statement victory if you can get the nod on Saturday night.
Oh yeah, winning this fight, it puts me in a position where I'm no longer that slightly underrated fighter. I would have come right out the woodworks, and people will start putting proper respect on my name that I think I do deserve, because I think I'm just there or thereabouts, but people still go, oh, he's this, he's not got this, but we'll see.
Why do you think that is? Because I feel sort of the same when people talk about you, and it's like, no, he's a really good fighter. You've mentioned you had the injuries, which nobody goes over and over because that's not what people want to hear, but evidently they've been there. You've had the moments with Sissoko on the big stage. It didn't go your way, but you know, a loss doesn't define your career. You're back. Why do you think that is? Why do you think you're sort of brushed under the carpet a little bit and not thought of highly of as you should be?
Potentially because I've not been getting the stoppages that I probably should have been getting. But it is what it is. Like, I don't personally really care about people's opinions. What people say about me, it doesn't really bother me. Because unless you're going to that person for advice, why does their opinion matter either? I don't care. They can say what they want. I'm just here to do me, and I'll just continue to do that.
you mentioned the stoppages, but ultimately it's about the win. If you win on a points victory over Ammo Williams, it ain't going to matter. Everyone wants that highlight, splatter emoji knockout thing, but ultimately the win's what counts here. How do you see the fight going? Do you think you'll be able to use them skills that everyone talks about with you, the classic movements, the feints, and deal with him like that? Do you think there's a chance here you will be able to make a statement and stop him?
Well, the high level boxing is going to be there 100%. He's going to bring pressure. And it's just going to force the best version of me out. And with me landing this many punches, which it will be, because it'll be a high-paced fight, so I'll be landing a lot of punches, and I'll be gone before he can hit me back. It's going to be frustrating for him. It's going to leave gaps open for me. And we'll just see what happens on fight now. But it's 100% a win for me. Yeah,
because he's not one to mess about, and we are style with how you pick your shots, because you don't sort of tend to smother your work. So is this an advantage? The fact that you won't have to go looking for him; he will be there. Is that going to help you a lot?
Yeah, it's definitely gonna help me. Like when Ted Cheeseman just put that pressure on me in our fight, it brought out such a good level of me that really people didn't know about. Especially because I came on that fight, I came off a 3-week camp with no sparring and stuff, and I still managed to get through. I did that 12-round fight with such a high pace, with brutality in that fight, and I believe I came out on top. And the pressure makes diamonds, and pressure brings out the best in people. And I'm not one of those people to shy away from the pressure either.
Well, it's going to be interesting. Look, before we go, I've got to ask you on the main event, get a quick prediction. The third fight, historic fight. What a card to be on, by the way, for you to look back. You'll be able to look back at this many moons and go, look, I was part of that moment. Triple G, Canelo, the trilogy. Controversial first two fights. A lot of people think Golovkin at least won one of them. Some people two. What's your opinion? Where's the victory Saturday night? Who for?
I think this is a good fight. This is a close fight. They're both in the right mentality. They're both going there to put a big statement on, with Canelo coming off of his defeat and Golovkin coming off of a bit of people writing him off a bit now, saying he's too old and this and that. He's there to make a statement and prove a point that he is still there to win these big fights. So I think this is a exciting fight. I do see Canelo coming out on top, but we'll just have to see what happens on fight night.
Brilliant. Look, Kieron, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Into boxing. UK fighter on the card. I'm sure everyone back home will be getting behind you. All the best against Amos Saturday, and hopefully we'll catch up after the fight.
Thank you very much. 100%. Awesome.